Hello and welcome to the Brick Freaks. I'm nearly healthy again, a little bit of flu still, but it's much better. Okay, today I show you here from the company K-Box their Harley-Davidson 1-5 Technic bike. Yes, so next you see, it was only 4 building steps, 4 short takes about the assembly, and then a few photos of the final product, and then I tell you if this here is worth the money or not. I'm here in building step 1 or 1 and 2, like always by K-Box. So these are the X pin connectors or the axle pin connectors, and they have friction. And there are no friction in this set. Problem is, this here is connected into this Technic beam with one of these here, and it has really problem turning, so I changed it for a non-friction 10 pin, and now it's moving. Without, it wasn't moving at all, and the chain only disrupted. So have one of the pin axles connectors when you assemble this, so this axle could be turned around. So building step 1 out of the bags 1 and 2 is done, and the only thing that I figured out was that you have to change the X pin to 10, that it's moving, and the rest we will see. If the gearbox here inside is working, everything, if the chain is holding, I don't know. But what I know is that the instruction is not very good, very small, and you often see not where to connect. But what is good are the chrome parts. They are really, really, really good. They are looking astonishing. Okay, I hope, like I said, the chain here will hold the force. I don't know. Yeah, we will see. But in the end, it will be a display set. So if the chain goes apart, I hope the bike still looks awesome. Our building step 2 is done, and I really love these 4-cylinder block here. Yes. The silver parts, the chrome parts are really looking nice. Have a really good quality. Yeah. Middle part is finished, so we have our gearbox, we have the engine or the motor, and now we will attach front axle, steering, rear axle, and tank, and so on. So building step 3 out of 4 is done, and I think here the tank looks pretty good. It's a weird mixture out of the system bricks and the Technic bricks, but okay. What I'm really was surprised is I have 4 of this in the set. 2 golden and 2 rosé gold. And there's an extra bag of a lot of rosé gold pieces instead of gold pieces. So I believe you can change everything here that is gold if you want to rosé gold. I don't know if this makes sense, gold or rosé gold. Better would be gold and black matte aluminium or something like that, or chrome. Yes, so we have gold or rosé gold. Okay, the designer who made the instructions, man, that was an idiot. Sorry for the word, but it's an idiot. You see the chain here, and this was the last I assembled. You see here now. So I had to assemble the chain around this here when all this is assembled, and I can't get really to it. So that's, I don't know why. And so if you do this, if you assemble this, let this here away and make the chain at least over this gear here before assembling the rest, and then it's much easier. So this took me really about 10 to 15 minutes to get a chain around here, and a lot of swearing. Okay, we have one suspension at the moment. The other will be assembled, and it's a real suspension, not like in the, what was it? I believe that was the TGL, the 1x6 Porsche, where these were only blenders. They had no function, only looking cool. Okay, but like I said, the gearbox is not working correctly. There's too much friction here on that gear. Too much friction. So I can turn this a little bit, but you see, it's so much friction on it. When I really push it over the ground, the chain will disrupt. There's too much pressure on the chain. So, like I said in the beginning, I believe this is a display set. And now we know, yes, gearbox not correctly working, chain is not working smoothly. So this is definitely a display set. Oh, you've seen the assembly videos, not much, and the products of the final awesome looking set sometimes. And the 4 building steps took me 3 to 3.5 hours. We have 2,111 pieces. The model number is 10514. This is the sticker sheet I haven't applied. I believe they're here with the skulls. It's not the worst sticker sheet I have ever seen. If you are the type of guy who likes custom bikes or here choppers, perhaps, oh, there's something is wrong here. Nah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay. Instructions. Out of the hell. No, not out of the hell. I've seen worse, but I've had much better instructions. Because the angle is often not good. You don't see in which pinhole or hole you have to put in the axle. It's not very good. It's small and you often don't see where to put the elements really good. It's possible, but I've seen much better instructions. Please, K-Box, a little bit more love for your instructions. Okay. The assembly. The only problem are the instructions. The rest here is absolutely okay. It's no problem to assemble this. The worst part is part 1, the gearbox. It's not worst, but it's the most complicated part. After the gearbox, there should be no problem at all. One problem. The chain from the gearbox to the rear wheel. That's okay. Assembly, yes. I would kick the designer in the ass if I could. Because you bring on the chain from the gearbox to the rear wheel when nearly everything is assembled around. So it's so hard to bring on the chain over the small and the big gear. And it took me over 20 minutes and a lot of swearing. So please, designer, I have nothing against the look of the set. I have nothing against anything of the assembly. But that's a horror. That's a horror to assemble the chain after nearly the whole bike is finished. You could have bring the chain over the small gear much earlier, let the chain there and then close it to the rest. But the hard part is to get it over the small gear, not over the big gear here, the small gear. And the small gear here is the problem. We have 2 problems with this bike. The first is it's sitting flat on the ground, not on the wheels. It's sitting on the wheel, it's sitting here on, what is it called? Dust fender, it doesn't mean. It's sitting nearly complete here at the back of our boxes, and it's standing on the frame and the exhausts. So it moves a little bit, yes, but you can't go into a curve. So this is, I thought this in the beginning, it's a display set, a pure display set. You do nothing with this. Only look at it if you're a Harley fan or chopper fan and think, wow, that's looking cool. That's the only thing. It's nice to have a gearbox and it's working. We have 4 gears and a neutral. We have suspension. These are the good parts here. There's one piece here that's always disconnects. Wait, I show you. So, cause it's sitting only here on 2 pins, 2 half Technic pins, and it's not sitting very well. So, okay, it's completely standing. We have a gearbox, but it's not, the gearbox is working, but it's actually so much friction on the chain, because the small gear from the gearbox that goes to the back wheel, like I told you, has so much friction. Even if I pull here, it will barely move. And I'm totally frightened that the chain will go in 2 parts. So like I said, you can a little bit, but then it's blocking. It's not well made. It's really not well made. Too much friction. There's a much easier solution. If to build this a little bit different, I believe there is much more space for the chain to work flawlessly and the gear has no friction. You just have to adjust it a little bit with different components. So 1 or 2 minutes changes and then perhaps it will drive. But yeah, it's no driving course. It's a display set. Okay. But nonetheless, what's really cool for the price, this is $60 or something for 2,111 pieces. Size of this thing, it's big. It's a 1x5. It's really big. We have 45 centimeters, no, 54 centimeters. That's a lot for a bike. We have a height of 23.5 and we have a final width of 18.5. So, but what's the really cool clue on this bike, in my opinion, or the quality. The quality is great, but what's really great is the silver and the golden parts. They are flawless, really flawless. No scratches, nothing. It looks astonishing. And now comes the clue. They put not only the gold parts in it, both suspension and the rim and the exhausts and the steering here, the handle, all double pieces. One gold, one rosé gold. Great, or isn't it? 2 times this, and these aren't cheap pieces. These aren't cheap pieces. The suspension is not cheap. The rim and the brake, not cheap. In a very, very, very good, flawless rosé gold. I think that's incredible to give you both variants. But now comes for me the but. I don't like gold. And I don't like rosé gold. So I think the better solution would be gold or rosé gold and perhaps black matte or polished aluminium or something like that. The look of, not real aluminium, you know what I mean. But a different look. So gold and rosé gold are very close together. That's the only thing. But it's great to get these pieces double. And if you think, oh, I don't like the Harley, but I would have the pieces. here, the exhausts and rim and so on, now you have it 2 times. So that's a really great deal, in my opinion. And if you like the set, yes, it always depends on your eyes. I think it's okay. It would be much better when it actually could drive. But for a display set, I think it's absolutely okay. And the assembly is not a real problem. 3.5 hours. Okay, thank you for watching. Next is from the company of 2022, or in my opinion, one of the best companies last year, Funhole. Yes, I know the name is still shaking, but it's a jungle ruin set. Indiana Jones. Yes, we all knew what they mean. Indiana Jones. You will see the next. That's astonishing looking. Okay, thank you for watching. I am Frank, one of your brick freaks, and I catch you in the next one. Bye bye.